Hello everyone, and welcome back to Gone Legends. On this channel, we pay tribute to the lives and legacies of Hollywood stars and beloved icons who are no longer with us. Their work continues to inspire, and through these stories, their memory lives on. Before we begin, we'd love your support. Please like this video and subscribe to Gone Legends. Your encouragement helps us keep honoring the legends who shaped our world. Now, let's begin this journey of remembrance.
Treat Williams was a rare kind of actor, versatile, charismatic, and deeply respected by audiences and peers alike. Born on December 1, 1951, in Rowayton, Connecticut, Williams discovered a love for performing at a young age. After studying theater, he pursued acting with a passion that would carry him to Broadway, Hollywood, and beyond. He rose to fame in the late 1970s with his breakout role in the film adaptation of Hair, 1979, where his energy and authenticity captured the restless spirit of a generation. That performance catapulted him into the spotlight, but Williams refused to be typecast. Instead, he built a career marked by range, seamlessly moving between musicals, dramas, thrillers, and television. Over the years, Williams appeared in more than 75 films and countless television episodes. He brought grit and determination to films like Prince of the City, 1981, warmth and charm to lighter projects, and heart to every role he touched. On television, he became a household name for his role as Dr. Andy Brown in Everwood, 2002 to 2006. As the widowed doctor who moved his family to a small town, Williams gave audiences a performance filled with humanity and emotional depth, earning him a devoted fan base. But beyond his resume, what made Treat Williams special was his ability to connect. He had a presence that felt genuine, grounded, and real. Whether playing a leading man or supporting character, he elevated every story he was part of. Directors praised his professionalism, co-stars admired his generosity, and audiences cherished the honesty he brought to his work. Tragically, on June 12, 2023, Treat Williams passed away at the age of 71 following a motorcycle accident in Vermont. His death was sudden and heartbreaking, leaving behind shockwaves across the entertainment industry and among fans who had followed his decades-long career. Williams' legacy is one of consistency, dedication, and artistry. He showed that acting is not just about fame, but about truth, about portraying humanity in all its complexity. From Broadway musicals to acclaimed films to heartfelt television dramas, Treat Williams gave everything to his craft. He will forever be remembered as a performer of remarkable range, a professional who brought dignity to his work, and a storyteller whose characters will continue to live on for generations to come. Tony Sirico, born on July 29, 1942, in Brooklyn, New York, was a man whose life and career were as colorful as the characters he portrayed. Though he acted in dozens of films and television shows, he will forever be remembered for his role as Paulie Walnuts Gualtieri in HBO's groundbreaking series The Sopranos. With his slicked-back hair, sharp suits, and unforgettable one-liners, Sirico turned Paulie into more than just a mobster. He became one of the most beloved and recognizable figures in television history. His mix of humor, paranoia, and tough guy loyalty gave The Sopranos a character who felt both larger-than-life and deeply human. Fans often recall Paulie's comic timing and unique quirks, which made even the darkest moments of the series sparkle with personality. Sirico's journey to Hollywood was anything but ordinary. Before acting, he had brushes with real-life street life in New York, an experience he later admitted helped him bring authenticity to his mobster roles. That edge, combined with his natural charisma, gave Paulie Walnuts a depth that few other actors could have achieved. Beyond The Sopranos, Tony Sirico appeared in films like Goodfellas, Mickey Blue Eyes, and Woody Allen projects such as Bullets Over Broadway. His career spanned decades, but it was his role in The Sopranos that cemented him as a cultural icon. On July 8, 2022, Tony Sirico passed away at the age of 79. The news saddened fans and castmates alike, many of whom remembered him not just as a performer, but as a man who brought warmth and humor to everyone around him. Tony Sirico's legacy lives on in the world of television storytelling. He proved that even in the violent, morally complex world of mob dramas, there could be space for humor, eccentricity, and unforgettable personality. Pauli Walnuts will always be remembered as one of TV's greatest characters, and Tony Sirico as the actor who made him unforgettable. Sally Kellerman, the Oscar-nominated actress best remembered for her unforgettable role as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan in Robert Altman's groundbreaking film MASH*, 1970, passed away in 2022 at the age of 84. Born on June 2, 1937, in Long Beach, California, Kellerman grew up with dreams of performing. She began her career in the late 1950s, taking guest roles on television shows such as The Twilight Zone, Bonanza, and Star Trek, where she quickly proved her range and charisma. Her breakout moment came with MASH*, a satirical look at war that became a cultural touchstone. As Major Houlihan, Kellerman earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, delivering a performance that was sharp, comedic, and deeply human all at once. But Sally Kellerman's talents stretched far beyond a single role. Over a career spanning 6 decades, she appeared in films such as Back to School, alongside Rodney Dangerfield, Brewster McCloud, and Welcome to L.A. She also made her mark in television with roles on Diagnosis, Murder, Evening Shade, and Chemistry. Audiences admired her ability to balance humor, vulnerability, and sophistication. In addition to acting, Kellerman was also a gifted singer. Her sultry, smoky voice carried her into the world of jazz and cabaret, where she recorded albums and performed live. For her, music was another way of expressing the warmth and originality that defined her artistry. Even in her later years, Kellerman continued to bring joy to audiences, never losing the wit and spark that made her such a beloved presence. Sally Kellerman passed away on February 24, 2022, in Woodland Hills, California. She was 84 years old. Her death marked the loss of a true Hollywood original, an actress who brought authenticity to every character and left an indelible mark on both film and television. Her legacy lives on in the laughter and emotion she inspired, in the countless performances that continue to entertain, and in the boldness with which she pursued her art. Sally Kellerman will forever be remembered as more than just Hot Lips Houlihan. She was a versatile talent whose brilliance continues to inspire. Piper Laurie, the legendary actress whose extraordinary career spanned more than 7 decades, passed away in 2023 at the age of 91. A 3-time Academy Award nominee, Laurie left behind a body of work that is as fearless as it is unforgettable. She was celebrated for her ability to bring raw emotional honesty to every role she embodied, making her one of the most respected and versatile actresses of her generation. Born Rosetta Jacobs on January 22, 1932, in Detroit, Michigan, Piper Laurie began her acting journey in the 1950s, quickly making her mark in Hollywood with both her talent and her striking presence. Early on, she appeared in light-hearted studio films, but she longed for roles that offered deeper substance and meaning. Laurie boldly stepped away from the Hollywood system in search of creative fulfillment, a decision that would ultimately pave the way for the most defining moments of her career. Her breakthrough came in 1961 with The Hustler, in which she starred opposite Paul Newman. Her haunting performance as Sarah Packard, a vulnerable woman entangled in the destructive world of high-stakes pool, earned her an Academy Award nomination and established her as a dramatic force. Laurie's ability to balance fragility with inner strength captivated both audiences and critics, and the role remains one of the most enduring highlights of her career. 15 years later, Laurie once again mesmerized audiences with her chilling portrayal of Margaret White, the fanatically religious and abusive mother in Brian De Palma's 1976 horror classic Carrie. For this role, she earned her 2nd Oscar nomination. Her performance, equal parts terrifying and tragic, cemented her place in film history. Laurie's Margaret White has since become one of the most iconic maternal figures in cinema, a character that continues to influence and inspire portrayals of complex villains. In 1986, Laurie garnered her 3rd Academy Award nomination for her moving performance in Children of a Lesser God. Portraying the headmistress of a school for the deaf, she infused her role with compassion, gravitas, and humanity, once again proving her ability to elevate every project she was part of. Beyond her work on the big screen, Laurie also thrived in television and stage productions. She received acclaim for her role as Catherine Martell in David Lynch's groundbreaking series Twin Peaks, a performance that introduced her talents to a new generation of viewers in the 1990s. Her fearless approach to acting and her willingness to take on unconventional roles made her a constant presence in the ever-evolving landscape of entertainment. Laurie's career was defined not only by her artistic achievements but also by her courage. She continually challenged Hollywood's limitations, refusing to be boxed into one type of role or character. Instead, she embraced a wide spectrum of stories, each infused with her trademark depth, honesty, and vulnerability. Throughout her long and remarkable life, Piper Laurie remained a symbol of resilience and authenticity. She inspired countless actors and filmmakers with her commitment to truth in performance, and she will forever be remembered as one of cinema's greats. Her passing in 2023 marked the end of an era, but her legacy lives on through her unforgettable performances in The Hustler, Carrie, Children of a Lesser God, and many other works that continue to resonate with audiences worldwide. Piper Laurie was more than an actress. She was an artist who bared her soul on screen, leaving behind a timeless gift of storytelling for generations to come. Michael Gambon, though born in Dublin, Ireland, and celebrated across British and European cinema, became a household name worldwide through his unforgettable role as Professor Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series. Born on October 19, 1940, Gambon's career spanned more than 5 decades, with acclaimed performances on stage, television, and film. Trained under the legendary Laurence Olivier, he became one of the great theatre actors of his generation, commanding audiences with his deep voice and commanding presence. His stage work with the National Theatre and the Royal Shakespeare Company earned him recognition as a master of his craft. On screen, Gambon's versatility shone through. He appeared in films such as The Cook, The Thief, His Wife and Her Lover, Gosford Park, and The King's Speech. On television, he gave award-winning performances in The Singing Detective and Emma. His ability to embody characters with depth, humanity, and complexity made him one of the most respected actors of his time. But to millions around the globe, Gambon will always be remembered as the wise and gentle Dumbledore. Taking over the role after Richard Harris's passing, Gambon brought warmth, authority, and quiet strength to the beloved Hogwarts headmaster. His portrayal guided an entire generation of fans through the magical world of Harry Potter, making him not just a character, but a mentor figure in the hearts of children and adults alike. Michael Gambon passed away on September 27, 2023, at the age of 82. His death was met with an outpouring of love and grief from colleagues, fans, and admirers across the world. For many, it felt like losing a teacher, a guide, and a voice of wisdom. His legacy is profound. Gambon was knighted for his services to drama, won multiple BAFTAs, and left behind a body of work that reflects both brilliance and humility. But perhaps his greatest legacy is the comfort, inspiration, and wonder he gave to generations of audiences who saw in him the very best of humanity. Michael Gambon will forever be remembered as an actor of immense talent, a storyteller of rare gifts, and for millions, the Dumbledore who reminded us all that happiness can be found, even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. Louise Fletcher, born on July 22, 1934, in Birmingham, Alabama, became one of Hollywood's most unforgettable talents. She began her career in television during the 1950s, appearing in shows like Maverick and Lawman. 4 years, she worked steadily but quietly, often taking time away from the spotlight to raise her family. Yet when her defining role came, she seized it with a performance that would echo through film history. In 1975, Fletcher delivered her career-defining portrayal of Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Cold, calculating, and quietly terrifying, her performance as the authoritarian nurse became one of cinema's greatest depictions of villainy. The role earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress, along with a Golden Globe and a BAFTA, cementing her place among the legends of Hollywood. What made Fletcher's Nurse Ratched so haunting was her subtlety. She didn't need to shout or rage. Her calm control and icy presence made her a figure of quiet menace. She represented not only an antagonist, but also a symbol of oppressive systems, making the performance resonate far beyond the screen. Following her Oscar win, Fletcher appeared in numerous films, including Exorcist II, The Heretic, Firestarter, and Flowers in the Attic. On television, she took on memorable roles in Star Trek, Deep Space Nine as the cunning Kai Wynn, further showcasing her ability to bring layered, morally complex characters to life. On September 23, 2022, Louise Fletcher passed away peacefully at the age of 88. The film industry and fans around the world mourned her loss, reflecting on a career that spanned over 6 decades. Her legacy is enduring. Fletcher proved that a single performance can leave an indelible mark on cinema. Her Nurse Ratched remains one of the most iconic villains ever captured on film, a role studied, discussed, and remembered nearly half a century later. But beyond that, she will be remembered as an actress of immense skill and dedication, who gave audiences characters that linger long after the credits rolled. Louise Fletcher will forever stand among Hollywood's greats, a performer who redefined what it meant to embody power, control, and menace on screen. Bruce Willis, one of the most recognizable action stars of his generation, was born on March 19, 1955, in Idar-Oberstein, West Germany, where his father was stationed with the U.S. military. Raised in New Jersey, Willis discovered his love for performing through music and acting before finding his way to Hollywood. What began as a modest start soon blossomed into one of the most celebrated careers in film history. His breakthrough came in the late 1980s with the television series Moonlighting, where his sharp wit and undeniable charisma earned him critical acclaim and a devoted fan base. But it was in 1988 that Willis truly became a household name, starring as New York cop John McClane in Die Hard. The role redefined the action genre. McClane wasn't invincible, he bled, he stumbled, he hurt, and that vulnerability, paired with Willis's trademark toughness, gave the world an action hero who felt real. The film launched a franchise and cemented Willis's place in cinema history. Over the decades, Willis proved his versatility. He delivered unforgettable performances in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense, and Unbreakable. He moved seamlessly between blockbusters and dramas, balancing box office success with roles that challenged him as an actor. From explosive thrillers like Armageddon to heartfelt dramas like In Country, Willis showed that he was more than an action hero, he was a storyteller. Behind the screen, Willis was known for his humor, his love of music, performing with his blues band, the Accelerators, and his dedication to family. Fans admired not only his work ethic but his down-to-earth personality, which made him relatable despite his superstar status. In his later years, Willis faced a long and courageous struggle with illness. Even as his health declined, the respect and admiration for his decades of work only grew stronger. His passing in 2024 marked the end of an era. Hollywood lost not just a star, but a figure whose presence shaped the modern action genre. Bruce Willis leaves behind a legacy of over 70 films, countless iconic characters, and a blueprint for the modern action hero. He showed the world that toughness could coexist with vulnerability, and that true strength lies not just in fists and firepower, but in heart and humanity. He will forever be remembered as John McClane, as a leading man of grit and humor, and as one of the most enduring action heroes in cinematic history. There are stars in Hollywood, and then there are forces of nature. Some people are born with one gift, but a rare few are blessed with many: voices that can sing, faces that can act, hearts that can feel comedy, drama, and music all at once. Jamie Foxx is one of those rare few. An actor, a comedian, a singer, a producer, a man whose talent knows no boundaries. He has walked through hardship, fought his way to the top, and turned his name into one of the most powerful in entertainment. Today, Jamie Foxx is still alive, still creating, still inspiring. And his story is one of resilience, brilliance, and the endless possibilities of the human spirit. Jamie Foxx was born Eric Marlon Bishop on December 13, 1967, in the small town of Tell, Texas. His childhood was shaped by both challenge and love. Shortly after his birth, his parents separated. Jamie was raised by his maternal grandparents, Mark and Esther Talley, who provided him with a strong foundation of discipline, faith, and support. From an early age, Eric, who would later take the stage name Jamie Foxx, showed extraordinary talent. He excelled in academics, was a star athlete in football and basketball, and, perhaps most importantly, he discovered music. He learned classical piano, and by the age of 15, he was already a skilled musician, performing at local churches and events. His grandmother, who insisted he practice piano for at least an hour each day, unknowingly planted the seeds for his future career as a Grammy-winning artist. But Jamie also had another gift, the ability to make people laugh. As a teenager, he became known for his humor, doing impressions of teachers, classmates, and celebrities. This natural comedic talent would later open doors to a career in entertainment. In the late 1980s, Eric Bishop moved to Los Angeles, chasing his dream of becoming a comedian. But breaking into stand-up was brutal. Comedy clubs were packed with talent, and stage time was scarce. Eric realized that female comedians often got more stage time on open mic nights. So he came up with a clever strategy. He adopted the gender-neutral stage name Jamie Foxx, inspired in part by his admiration for comedian Redd Foxx. With his quick wit, impressions, and fearless energy, Jamie began to stand out. His big break came when he joined the cast of In Living Color in 1991. On that show, Jamie brought to life outrageous characters like Wanda, the hilariously unappealing woman with big lips and a booming voice. His comedic timing and versatility made him a fan favorite and proved that he had the charisma to make it big. While many comedians stay in the lane of comedy, Jamie Foxx wanted more. He wanted to show the world that he could handle drama with the same intensity as comedy. His breakthrough came with Oliver Stone's Any Given Sunday, 1999. Playing quarterback Willie Beeman, Jamie gave a performance filled with swagger, conflict, and raw emotion. He stood toe-to-toe with legends like Al Pacino, holding his own in a powerhouse cast. 2 years later, in Ali, 2001, he played Drew Bundenai Brown, the loyal trainer and cornerman to Will Smith's Muhammad Ali. Jamie's performance was heartfelt, and it showed Hollywood that he could bring authenticity to dramatic roles. These films marked the start of a new chapter. Jamie Foxx wasn't just a comedian anymore. He was a serious actor, and the best was yet to come. In 2004, Jamie Foxx stepped into the shoes of one of the greatest musicians who ever lived, Ray Charles, in the biographical drama Ray. Portraying Ray Charles was not just another acting job. It was a monumental challenge. Ray was a complex figure, a musical genius, a man battling blindness, addiction, and personal struggles, yet rising above them to change the history of music. Jamie threw himself into the role with total commitment. He wore prosthetic eyelids to replicate Ray's blindness, which left him unable to see during filming. He studied Ray's movements, voice, and piano playing, embodying the legend with uncanny precision. The result was breathtaking. Audiences didn't just see Jamie Foxx on screen, they saw Ray Charles reborn. Critics called his performance one of the greatest in film history. And the Academy agreed. Jamie Foxx won the Academy Award for Best Actor, making him only the second African-American man in history to win in that category. It was a career-defining moment, a triumph that transformed him from star to legend. That same year, Jamie showed his versatility in Collateral, directed by Michael Mann. Playing Max, a humble Los Angeles cab driver who gets caught up in a dangerous night with a hitman played by Tom Cruise, Jamie delivered a performance full of quiet strength and humanity. For this role, he earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. In the very same year, he won Best Actor for Ray. Few actors in history have achieved such a feat, proving Jamie wasn't a one-note performer. He was one of the most versatile actors of his generation. While conquering Hollywood, Jamie was also building a remarkable career in music. In 2005, he released his second studio album, Unpredictable. The album was a massive success, debuting at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and later climbing to number 1. The title track, Unpredictable, featuring Ludacris, became a hit single. Jamie's smooth vocals and R&B style connected with audiences. He collaborated with icons like Kanye West, Twista, and T-Pain, proving he was just as comfortable behind a microphone as he was in front of a camera. In 2009, his single Blame It with T-Pain won the Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group, solidifying his status as a music star. Jamie Foxx wasn't just an actor who sang, he was a legitimate musician with the talent to dominate the charts. In the Oscar-winning musical drama Dreamgirls, Jamie played Curtis Taylor Jr., a music manager inspired by real-life figures in the Motown era. Acting alongside Beyoncé, Jennifer Hudson, and Eddie Murphy, Jamie brought intensity to the role of a man both ambitious and manipulative. His performance added layers to a film already bursting with powerhouse talent. That same year, Jamie starred alongside Colin Farrell in Michael Mann's Miami Vice. While the film had mixed reviews, it reinforced Jamie's place as a go-to leading man for action and drama. In The Kingdom, Jamie played an FBI agent investigating a terrorist attack in Saudi Arabia. His performance was gritty and commanding, showing his ability to handle action thrillers with authenticity. Clap aboard a decade of range and power. By the end of the 2000s, Jamie Foxx had won an Oscar for Best Actor, earned another Oscar nomination the same year, released a Grammy-winning music career, starred in dramas, action films, comedies, and musicals. He wasn't just a movie star. He wasn't just a singer. He was a once-in-a-generation entertainer. In 2012, Jamie Foxx took on one of the boldest roles of his career in Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained. Set in the brutal reality of pre-Civil War America, Jamie played Django, a slave-turned-bounty hunter on a quest to free his wife from a ruthless plantation owner. It was a role that demanded strength, vulnerability, and unshakable determination. Jamie brought all of that and more. Standing alongside Christoph Waltz, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Samuel L. Jackson, Jamie was the film's anchor, a quiet storm who carried the story's heart and soul. Django Unchained was both a critical and commercial success, and Jamie's performance became one of the defining portrayals of the decade. He wasn't just an entertainer anymore. He was a cultural figure, a man using his platform to tell stories that mattered. Even as his acting career soared, Jamie never left music behind. He released albums like Best Night of My Life, 2010, and Hollywood, A Story of a Dozen Roses, 2015, featuring collaborations with stars like Drake and Chris Brown. While his music sometimes took a back seat to his film roles, Jamie's ability to balance both worlds reminded audiences that he was truly one of the most versatile entertainers alive. In 2017, Jamie once again reinvented himself in Edgar Wright's stylish crime thriller Baby Driver. Playing Bats, a violent and unpredictable bank robber, Jamie delivered a performance that was equal parts magnetic and terrifying. He brought danger to the film's slick, music-driven world, proving once again that he could dominate in any genre: comedy, drama, romance, or action. In 2014, Jamie joined the superhero universe, playing the villain Electro in Mark Webb's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Though the film received mixed reviews, Jamie's performance as Max Dillon, a lonely man transformed into a powerful villain, stood out. His blue, electrified look became instantly recognizable, and he later reprised the role in Marvel's Spider-Man: No Way Home, 2021, connecting him to a new generation of fans in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Throughout the decade, Jamie's choices continued to prove one thing: he refuses to be predictable. In Horrible Bosses, 2011, he brought comedic brilliance to the role of Mother Jones. In Law-Abiding Citizen, 2009, just before the new decade, he played a prosecutor caught in a deadly game. In Sleepless, 2017, he carried an action thriller as a cop navigating corruption and crime. Every role was different. Every performance reminded the world that Jamie Foxx can be anything he chooses to be. Glowing star, a decade of dominance. By the end of the 2010s, Jamie Foxx had achieved what few could dream of. Leading man in Oscar-winning dramas. Villain in blockbuster superhero films. Star of comedies and thrillers. A musician still respected on the charts. Jamie Foxx had become not just a performer, but a brand. A man whose name meant quality, versatility, and brilliance. In April 2023, news broke that shook fans around the world. Jamie Foxx had been hospitalized due to what his family described as a medical complication. Details were scarce, and rumors spread quickly. Some speculated it was serious, others feared the worst. 4 months, Jamie remained out of the public eye, leaving millions wondering if one of the world's greatest entertainers was fighting for his life. What made it so emotional was the fact that Jamie Foxx had always been larger than life, the man with the unstoppable energy, the charisma, the talent that never seemed to fade. To hear that he was vulnerable, human, and struggling reminded us all of how precious life is. Then, slowly, news of his recovery began to emerge. Jamie himself released a heartfelt video, thanking fans for their prayers and support. He admitted the journey had been hard, but his gratitude for life was stronger than ever. The world saw a different side of Jamie, not the comedian, not the movie star, not the musician, but the man. A father, a friend, a human being who had fought through pain and come out the other side. His courage in facing this health scare only deepened the respect fans already had for him. By late 2023 and into 2024, Jamie Foxx began making more public appearances, reassuring the world that he was not only alive but thriving. He returned to projects, including the game show Beat Shazam, which he co-hosts with his daughter, Corinne Foxx. Their bond and collaboration became a beautiful symbol of resilience and family unity. Hollywood welcomed him back with open arms, and audiences cheered louder than ever before. Even in the 2020s, Jamie continues to use music as a form of expression and healing. He has hinted at new music projects and collaborations, reminding the world that his voice, smooth, soulful, unforgettable, still belongs in the spotlight. Now in his mid-50s, Jamie Foxx stands as one of the most versatile entertainers of his generation. His legacy is vast and unshakable. An Oscar-winning actor who brought Ray Charles to life with stunning realism. A Grammy-winning musician who dominated charts with hits like Blame It and Unpredictable. A comedian and impressionist who made millions laugh with his characters and stand-up routines. A producer and host, always finding new ways to entertain and inspire. A survivor who faced down serious health struggles and emerged stronger. Few artists have ever moved so effortlessly across genres and mediums. Few have ever captured so many hearts with so many different gifts. Jamie Foxx's story is more than a Hollywood tale. It is a human story. From a small-town boy in Texas raised by his grandmother, to one of the most talented entertainers in the world, to a man who stared down mortality and returned with gratitude, his life is a testament to resilience and possibility. He is alive. He is thriving. And he continues to inspire millions around the world. Jamie Foxx is not just an actor. Not just a musician. Not just a comedian. He is proof that talent, perseverance, and heart can overcome anything. He is Jamie Foxx, a living legend. Person with praying hands, if this tribute moved you, please like this video, subscribe to Gone Legends, and share it with others who want to keep the memory of Hollywood's greatest stars alive.